Sports fans ASMR. Desportes. Up in your business. It's been forever since I made a video, and honestly, I'm not really sure like what to make a video on. I guess I do have like various things to get into, but I don't know, nothing really excites me, so I just let them sit in a pile and avoid making videos. But I did get a couple of things in from my distributor recently that I kind of wanted to like learn a bit about and kind of check out. You know, I don't really generally know a whole lot about some of the items that I order, especially when they're kind of like new things like this is. So I don't have a sense as to whether they are a bunch of absolute trash or something that maybe has some potential to get some cool stuff inside. So I thought I'd go through these together with you guys. I really don't think I will open either of these, but I'm happy to sell any of this stuff on my site if anybody wants to order it for themselves, or perhaps you're so interested that you would want to have me open it on a video, which I'm happy to do for anything on my website, hotcardboard.com, for those who may be interested in. So let's check out this thing first, because this is like crazy. I've never seen this. Now, Jersey Fusion is a product that's been around now for like, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years. And I still have some boxes of Jersey Fusion. Actually, I just sold like 1 or 2 of them in the last week, which is kind of surprising because those things sat on the shelves for just years and years. But the original Jersey Fusion product was kind of stupid. Like, what they would do is they'd take a card and they'd like basically put a little, you know, like a jersey patch, like a little napkin patch, like directly on the card. Like they would glue it on there, and then they would put that thing in like a mag case, if I recall correctly, and that was your product. So kind of weird, really. I can't remember if some of them came in like a, you know, encased, you know, graded holder, even though they weren't graded, or not, but I don't think they did. So because I didn't really like that product, and frankly nobody did, because basically sells for less than, you know, they were going for at distribution pricing at this point. So because of that, I was very skeptical when I saw a new Jersey Fusion product called Americana Edition. And the way they do it in this product is different, and I think much better. So each card in this product is slabbed, so it's in a PSA or DNA, or whatever the hell BAS is, slab, and then the little jersey, you know, patch thing that is part of the Jersey Fusion concept actually is in like the little label part of the slab, from what I've seen. And we'll check these out in a minute, so you can see what I'm talking about here. But that seems to me much better, because the card itself is, you know, untouched, and the fact that it's in a slab, you know, I think just is much better than card being by itself. And it gives them somewhere to put the little patch stuff on the card, which just ruins the card, quite frankly. So that those improvements, you know, were, I think, very good. But Also, this product, which is Americana Edition, kind of caught my eye because I was like, oh, that seems like something that could maybe have some non-sports, like pop culture stuff in it. And sure enough, famous celebrities appear in here. I don't know who, but and then there also are, at least baseball cards are referenced. I think they're all sports though. So let's take a look online. I want to see what these are selling for. I have no idea what I paid for those. I mean, I pre-ordered them like a million years ago, but let's check it out. Okay. There it is. So I'm hoping they have them at below out here. So Jersey Fusion. I want to kind of pull up. Yeah. So this is the original product. And they don't show anything about them, which is not helpful. But if they did, you'd see they suck, and they don't appear to have anything else here, so I'm gonna have to go. Let's see. Jersey Fusion Americana Edition. Alright, so it looks like Dave and Adams has them for sale. But this is from their website. The company that makes this is sportscards.com. Nice little URL they got there. Looks like their web servers run on a box of macaroni and cheese. Because this is taking forever. Holy cripes. We better go back to David Adams while that tries to load. Holy smokes, I got problems. Alright, we don't want $25. Okay, so here's some of the stuff. So you can see we got wrestlers, we got boxers, we got football, basketball, musicians, actors. Kind of cool. Got a WNBA card there. Well, it's not WNBA, it's a card of a WNBA player when they were in college, Angel Reese. So I think like this Joe okay, that's an autograph one, but okay, this is Muhammad Ali, right? So this is actually, is this an auto? Alright, let's take this Stone Cold Steve Austin, which is not an auto. If you look at this card, the card is in a little kind of Beckett holder, and interestingly, Beckett graded this. Sometimes Beckett does these like custom slab jobs for products like this, where they just kind of put the card info here and they don't put a grade on it at all. But here they're actually grading it, which is kind of neat. And then you see the little slab, or the little patch goes in the upper right corner of the slab, and the card is nice and untouched. And then this Joe Montana is another one. It's got a little patch there. It's kind of like silly to have a patch, I think, right there. But whatever. At least it doesn't harm the card like in their prior products. So there are some autos here. Like this one's a cut auto of Joe DiMaggio. Bunch of like postcard autographs slabbed with PSA DNA authentication, so you know the auto is authentic, or should be. No guarantees. So a bunch of other cool stuff. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So this is weird. I mean, these cards here, all from the Topps Living set, all just appear to be regular slabbed cards. So I guess they just put, slabbed cards in here with no, no patch like that. So kind of a weird product, but still better in my view than the prior year stuff that they've done. So, so that's a bit about the product. I wanted to go back to the David Adams listing to see what they're selling them for. So, that's a case. So the boxes are $75, so not like super cheap. but not crazy expensive either. I'm guessing I probably paid maybe like $60 a piece for these things. Like something just under the retail. And if I go look at eBay, which I'll do right now, I'm sure that these things will be selling for like $60. Let's see, Jersey Fusion Americana Edition. I really wish my air conditioning would go off. This car is starting to annoy me. I'm gonna see if I can do that here. Okay, well, they're actually selling for. That's actually one of the cards from that little poster that we were looking at, or the advertising piece. Some of the other stuff. There's a William Shatner auto, cut auto, looks like. And some baseball players. Oh, it's not like an auto, it's just like a written word that presumably Joe DiMaggio penned at some point, maybe in a letter or some other piece of correspondence. So, and it looks like those are on the card, and I think this is that same way too. Yeah, like they just, so I don't know, they're up to old tricks, guys. They're up to old tricks, but I don't know. I mean, I guess they've improved some aspects of this, but they still are doing the dumb things they've done before, which is like just sticking crap onto a card. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of weird. Do I recommend this? Absolutely not. But could it be interesting to open? Yeah, possibly. I mean, I would guess most of the cards are, you know, not the kind of better autos and stuff like that you see. I think I saw that autos are case hits, and there's like, I don't know, 30-40 bucks in a case. So if I'm understanding that right, there's not going to be much chance of getting an auto. So I don't know. There you go. Not what I wanted to do. Here's what I want to do. Bam. Okay, so yeah, there you have it. Jersey Fusion Americana Edition. If anybody wants one of these, let me know. I'll put them up on the site. Otherwise, I'll get to it eventually, which means never. Because I'm very bad at running a business of sports cards anyways. I can run other businesses much better. But here we have Panini Contenders 2025 UFC. Oh no, actually, sorry, Professional Fighting League. So this appears to be, I think, a UFC competitor, probably one that's unaffiliated, but I don't know anything about it, so you guys will have to tell me. I'm guessing it's a competing one and not like a feeder league or something like that. You know, like next in WWE debut edition, so kind of cool. I like to have debut edition card products, like a box or two or something. This is the only one I got of this. I don't know if I ordered more of these. I'm guessing I probably ordered a handful, 3 or 4, and I only got one from my distributor. There are 4 autos in here, which is pretty typical for Contenders. I think actually, like, their football products have like 6 autos. It's kind of crazy how many autos are in Contenders stuff, but yeah, here we have. So look for season ticket signatures from MMA's brightest stars, past and present. Okay. I feel like the brightest stars, past and present, would not be in the Professional Fighters League, wouldn't they be in the UFC? So I don't know. We'll see. I'm guessing I paid, I don't know, $150 to $200 probably for that thing at wholesale. That would be my wild guess at something like that. So let's see what Blowout Cards has to say about these things, and then we can also see what they're selling for. I am indeed human, thank you for asking. I'll do a search to see if there's like anybody else making, oh yeah, Upper Deck. Upper Deck made this stuff, so wow, so blowout cards is severely limited in their coverage these days, it seems. Gonna have to go to David Adams as the default from now on. Alright, so let's see what this has to say. Alright, Panini debut, blah blah blah, find a blah, collect the blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't know. So, I don't know any of these names. I mean, I think if I looked at a list of UFC names, I would probably, well, Tito Ortiz, I know. In fact, he was a big name like a while ago in the UFC. I'm guessing that's maybe, you know, like a retiree card. I don't think he's been fighting for a long time. But anyways, my point is I don't recognize many names there, but I'll just take a look here. Randy Couture, the announcer, apparently voices of the cage. Chris Cyborg, that's quite a name. What else do they have to tell us? More cards here. Yeah, so I don't know. This feels, if I had to guess, I would say the Professional Fighter League is like a competing league to the UFC, but it's not as good by far. But it's not like a minor league or a feeder league. American Mixed founded by veteran couples Don Davis in 2017, launched in 2018, followed acquisition structure of the former World Series of Fighting. Okay, I mean, I think I'm kind of right? I don't know, you guys tell me, you MMA fans. Is PFL the same as MMA? Professor is a global power as an MMA and the fastest growing league. This is from Professional Fighters League, so it's not quite an unbiased answer. Let's see. UFC rival signs two for, yeah, so it's just a competitor of UFC. So, all right. Well, I did notice the price was like about $150. Yeah, $150 is what they're selling these for. So I hope I didn't pay $150 for these, but it's entirely possible I did. But it doesn't matter what I paid for it. That's not at all a factor in what I sell for. So if anybody's interested in these, you know, I'd have to guess I'd sell these at probably like $130, $135, something like that. If anybody's a PFL fan, they want to bust into something like this, you just let old ASMR Sports know, and we will go ahead and send them. Well, first of all, I'll put it up for sale, and once you purchase it, I'll send it along if you're interested. So there you have it. There's a couple of new products. I'm kind of shocked I didn't really have more new stuff lying around. Usually I put my new stuff on a table and it kind of stacks up for a while, but I don't know. I think I put a bunch of stuff away without, you know, kind of thinking about putting in a video. So that's all I have for today for new stuff. But as I get new stuff in, and I know I have like a shipment that's coming in this Wednesday. It's gonna be a lot of Pokemon stuff though, so not a lot of sports, but I think there were a couple of sports items in there. So yeah, when I get new stuff in, I'll check it out with you guys and see what's what, and if it's of interest to you, I'm happy to put it up for sale on my site. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll catch you all next time. You have a great one. Bye now.